What is the number one missed opportunity that I see with real estate agents? The answer is literally right under their nose, and it is their database. Now, first of all, we may already have lost half of the group here. A lot of agents do not have a database, or if they do have one, maybe it's scattered amongst 3 different platforms, or they do have the database, but it's disorganized. They don't have all the contact information. So step 1 is going to be, can we get your database built out? And from then on, we're going to talk about how you can market to that database in a systematic way that will get you, now this is an estimation, but about a 10% return on that database. Now, let me give you an example. If somebody has a 200-person database, if they are using this specific system to market to that database, they should get 10% of that, 20 opportunities in that database. Now, I want to be clear on what an opportunity is. That might be a lease. It could be a referral that doesn't work out. And of course, it could be a transaction. So I always like to be conservative and say you're going to get 5% of your database is going to be business. And that then could be still a lease. It could be a referral that doesn't work out, but that's a much easier number to hang your hat on. So for example, if you have a database of 200 people, which we tend to see that a lot, then you can expect to get 10 pieces of business from that database year over year if you're using this system. Now, don't get me wrong. If your scripts are great, your offering is great, your value proposition is on point, then yeah, maybe you could get 20 opportunities, but I'm going to say 10 is the bare minimum. Now, the question I have for you is, if you have a database of 200 people and you don't want to break the bank, what would you do if we can show you how you can get 10 to 20 pieces of business next year if you implement the system? So let's get into it. This is probably going to take a few of you back a bit. This is called the Rookie Real Estate Agent book, and this is actually written by Jay Papasan. Now, if you are a seasoned agent, you may already be scoffing at this, and you might say, well, Gabe, I've been in the business for 10 years. Well, here's my question for you. When the Dodgers start off their season, and I'm talking in the spring, like they're just barely getting back into the swing of things, no pun intended, what do they use on day 1? I'll give you a hint. It's what little kids use when they're playing t-ball. Major League Baseball players still hit off the tee. The reason they do that is it brings back the fundamentals, and the fundamentals never go out of style. So we're going to be talking today about database marketing, specifically what's known as the 36 touch. Now, if you want a copy of this book, I want you to send me an email, but we're going to be talking about page 101, and I'm going to be looking down a little bit because I have the slides, and I'm also going to be showing it on the video as well. But what we're going to be talking about today is marketing to your database in a systematic way known as the 36 touch. Now, the 36 touch, let me find the slide that I wanted to talk about. Here you go. So the 36 touch is essentially a plan where you will reach out, make contact with your client 36 times in the year. Now, multiply that by 200 people, if that's your database size, and that gets really overwhelming really quickly. Hence the reason why most agents do not do this. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to show you this figure here. This is the 36 touch plan, and this is the template. It is so simple, it's ridiculous. So number 1 is quarterly calls. Now, if you don't know what to say on a quarterly call, we talk about that in training all the time. We use something called the Ford technique, and there's actually a slide on what the Ford technique is as well. But the Ford technique is you're going to talk about family, occupation, recreation, and their dreams or their plans. So how's the family? How's work? What have you been doing for fun? What plans do you guys have? Now, that's oversimplified, but essentially that's what the call is going to look like. Now, the next thing, so if you're not keeping track, that's 4 touches. The next thing is 4 personal, and I'm going to say handwritten notes. Now, you already might say, Gabe, I don't have the time to send 800 handwritten notes. Totally understand it. We're going to chop them up real easy for you. One example, birthday card. Second example, if they've purchased with you, or even if they haven't purchased with you, getting a handwritten note in the mail saying happy home anniversary is really important to people. Third one could be a holiday card. This could be a Christmas card. It could be a New Year's card. It could be a fall card, anything like that. And then finally, a fourth handwritten note of just saying, I've been thinking of you. Let's grab a cup of coffee, or anything like that will go a long ways. So now we're at 8 touches. I'm going to skip the third one. We'll come back to it. And the next one is a monthly newsletter. Now, this one is a little bit more difficult pre-AI. You're going to open up your CRM, get ready, and you're going to compose an email to send out to your database. Now, there's a few things you can put in this to make it real simple. Number one should absolutely be a market update. What are you seeing with boots on the ground? Not what are they seeing on Zillow or on Inman or on Facebook, but what are you, the economist of choice, what are you seeing in the market right now? Another one could be, what has your team been up to? Have you made any sales? What does that look like? Maybe if you had a tough transaction with a client, you could do a little write-up about what that was like and how you guys helped them solve their problem. Now, I said pre-AI because now you have little to no excuse as to why you can't put together a 2-paragraph email to your database. So here's what you would do. You'd go into any AI software. I use ChatGPT. You would brain dump all the things that you want to say and ask AI to help you polish it up, make it look more like a newsletter. Go to pexels.com and get some royalty-free images and put it in there and send it. A few agents will actually do 2 to 3 email write-ups at a time and then keep the market update blank so that they can actually customize that when it's that month. Now, here comes the big one. This is a scary one for some people. You're going to do a 4x4 with events or giveaways. So the reason we call it a 4x4 is because you're going to do 4 events or giveaways every single year, quarterly, if you will. Now, doesn't need to be a big event. I'll give you an example. One year, my team, we offered anybody that wanted to show up, we would buy them a scoop of ice cream at a local ice cream shop. I think it cost us, it was under $100, and we got 2 referrals out of that. It could be a giveaway where maybe you get an opportunity to buy an ice chest, maybe a Yeti on sale at some point, couple $100. You set out a raffle or a giveaway for people to apply to that. Another one could be anything around giveaways or small events. But here's the kicker, and I want you to hear this. It does not matter if the clients attend. The magic is in the touches. You're going to send out 1 touch, which is going to be a save the date, a second call or text that just is a reminder, hey, the event's coming up. The third touch is when they're actually there. That would be great if they go and you get to see them. And the fourth touch is, hey, maybe the next day, hey, it was great to see you, or hey, sorry we missed you. We'll catch you at the next one. That right there is 36 touches, folks. Now, I'm going to show one little bonus feature here, and that is how you can reach out to your clients. A KW agent and coach designed this system. It's called the DTD2. Essentially, what you're going to do is you're going to segment your database by their last name initial. So I'm Perez. I would be a P. And it couples them up so that every single week you have a theme. So week 1, you're going to call the A's and the W's. So if you have a client whose last name is Washington, they're going to get a call. And then if they have a last name starting with an N, then they're going to get a text. So this is your 36 touch campaign. No excuses, guys. We're seeing a 5 to 10% return when you can market to your database consistently. So don't sleep on your database, guys. If you need help or you want to go through this together, reach out to me. I help the highest level agents go back to the basics with this simple technique. So I hope this was helpful. Make sure you like and subscribe and let me know if you need anything at all.